5 seconds to go. Start. It is with a feeling of joy and pride that I join you in celebrating the historic occasion of the centenary of the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament of India. My congratulations to you and all citizens on the completion of 100 years of a very crucial institution of our democracy. In a democracy, Parliament is the embodiment of the people's will. Various parliamentary committees work as its extension and enhance its functioning. It is a welcome division of labor as they allow the houses to discuss and debate all issues while select groups of the members of parliament can devote more focus on select matters. The importance of the framework thus created cannot be overstated. The parliamentary committees in general and the Public Accounts Committee or PAC in particular ensure administrative accountability of the executive towards the legislature. Without them, a parliamentary democracy would be rendered incomplete. It is through the PAC that citizens keep a check on the government finances. This day is a landmark in the evolution of our democratic systems. The Committee on Public Accounts was first constituted in 1921 after the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms, making it the oldest parliamentary committee. In those days, of course, the committee had a different mandate. After independence, its role changed and it continued to evolve. Initially, it was headed by the finance minister, but after the Constitution of India came into force on 26 January 1950, it became a parliamentary committee functioning under the control of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, who appointed a chairman from amongst the members of the lower house elected to the committee. The change signaled the fact that the committee would now keep tabs on the state's financial transactions not on behalf of the government but on behalf of the people. In 1967, a further change was made to make its function more effective and inclusive. Since then, a member from the opposition in the Lok Sabha is appointed as the chairman of the committee by the Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, in parliamentary democracy, accountability is central to governance. Therefore, it is obvious that a committee of people's representatives doing scrutiny of public accounts plays an important role. Professor Peter Hennessy, a noted historian on governance, aptly described the Committee of Public Accounts of the British Parliament as, and I quote, the queen of select committees which, by its very existence, exerted a cleansing effect in all the government departments. The Public Account Committee in India too, right since its inception, has been entrusted with a great responsibility of showing the virtue of prudence. It aids in finding better ways to raise the resources and, more importantly, to spend them efficiently on people's welfare. Since it is the Parliament that grants permission to the executive to raise and spend funds, it has the duty to assess if funds were raised and spent accordingly or not. The term account can also mean a report, an account of how things truly are. The PAC, in this sense, strives to render a flawless account of the Treasury. More important yet is another connotation of responsibility, that is, holding someone to account. It is this aspect of holding the executive to account on behalf of the people which is at the heart of the functioning of the PAC. This element of accountability defines its true role. Numbers and figures keep changing, and so do bookkeeping methods, but the philosophy of public accounts has not changed from the time of Kautilya in his great treatise Arthashastra. There is not only a chapter devoted to treasury, source of revenue, accounts and audit, but there is also detailed guidance provided on responsibility of accounts officers. Among other things, for example, Kautilya says the account officer must not try to interpolate an omitted entry as if it was forgotten inadvertently. Then there are further points on responsibility of auditors and responsibility of high officials. The chapter ends with a long list of punishments for failure to conform to the regulations. The point I wish to underline here is the critical importance of accounts and audit according to Kautilya in the functioning of the state. Stop.